can meet me in the sky, the sky, the sky, the sky, sky.
I hate to bring this up, but the Browns are in need of some real help too.
Oh man.
Man, go on with that bullshit. This ball doesn't harm. What the fuck you bringing up his blind ass for?
Because
The owner can't even see. What you expect the team to do?
I wanted to know, Wish, when your boy was going to be old enough to get signed and bring about some real change.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, both of my sons play football. They real good at it right now, and their dream is to go to Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? And if my boys can go to college, if I can provide for them to go to college and play ball, I definitely wanted to bring it right back to the city. And I mean, that's not a push to them or nothing. That's just something that they already on their own.
Back on the musical tip, Crazy, you write a lot of the group's hooks and come up with a lot of song concepts. How did you develop that talent?
Man, it just come from just being around music, but I studied music. Like this started like when I first started listening to music. I was first turned on to music through Michael Jackson. Him being the genius he is, you know, like you can't help but just like study what he do. Like my first thing was like to imitate him, you know, like that's all that was out. Like when I first got into music, like hip hop wasn't even like really that strong when I really got into music. So like it was Michael Jackson. So it was like and I always understood like the concept of putting a song together, you know, like once I started listening to it, I knew it had to be, you know, verses, a hook, you know, and I basically like followed what he did, you know, and I just like from that it went on to rap. I started like you know, like writing the lyrics down to like Run DMC songs and LL Cool J. You know, they really the two people who got me into hip hop, like Run DMC and LL Cool J. You know, like after I heard that, I was like, oh man, forget all this, you know, spinning around moonwalking. I'm into this hip hop over here, Jack. It was a part of me, like told my story as well as what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I just always understood the way to write music. Like even if I didn't have a beat, I could write a whole song and just being like a real deep lover of music. That's where that came from.
If Bone covered a Michael Jackson song, which one would you choose?
Oh man, it's
a lot.
It's too many. It's way too many.
What have we done? One of Mike's classics. What have we done to the world? We've touched on that, and I'm sure it's going to be others that we touch on. So we definitely down that path already, taking from some of that classic, that super genius of Mike, and just flipping it.
Rock with You, Don't Stop.
Thriller.
Man, it's just Mike.
Human Nature. There's so many. You just take a whole slab of Mike's songs, just do a straight mixtape on it and mix and just throw it out there. You know, we said it here first, so
You ain't lied about that one.
we need to go ahead and look into that.
Well, Bones had a whole slab of hits too. What's the most common song that fans come up to you and sing in the street?
1, 2, 3, Crossroads.
Crossroads for sure.
Crossroads, First of the Month, Thuggish Ruggish Bone, Days of Our Lives.
Knock on wood.
What's going to be the one off the new album that they come up to you and sing?
Oh, what
What you think,
See
K-Bay?
Me Shine.
See Me
Meet Me in
Shine.
the Sky,
Meet Me in the Sky.
Michael Jackson
The
song.
Michael
Got
song.
that What Have
Michael
We
Jackson
Done?
song, What Have We Done,
Game Ain't Ready. It's like
Everything.
Yeah.
No Mas, Every Time.
every time.
I mean, man, this album is basically is very well put together, you know what I mean? Like I said, we went through phases with it, so we'll let the fans decide that. We got our own personal favorites, but it's for our fans to really, like, go through it and see what they connect with the best, you know? That was politically correct.
You know, just seeing the five of you back together, there's been a lot of inner turmoil in the group over the years, but y'all have always managed to put aside your differences. Maybe Busy, you could answer what led you to be back in the group, and did the return of Fleshbone influence your
I want
decision?
to kick his ass right now.
No, well, I'm allergic to bullshit. I got this sickness to where I'm just allergic to bullshit. So I don't think it was so much about being away from the group, but I give it all up before I let it go any further. I'd much rather not be famous than see something going on that I may not agree with at the time. What I see going on with Warner Brothers right now, I see my family members happy. I see myself happy. I see myself in a good place on the business end. You gotta remember, we come from, it's one sandwich. We split it 5 ways. If I see somebody splitting a sandwich in half and then in a quarter and then telling us to split that little square in 5 ways, I'm going to want to kill someone. And if I can't do that, then I'll step back and I'll say, you know what? I'll give it all up just to continue to love my partners. Because when I come back, Lazy has his arms open. Wish has his arms open. Flesh is back home, his arms is open. Crazy is like, come here, little nigga. And it's still that love. So the reasonings behind things might be a little too much for the people on the outside. But we all know what's going on. We're all happy. When the business is good, there ain't no problem with friendship because we always good. We could split a 40 ounce 5 ways and still get tipsy. You understand what I mean? And that's what we mean to each other. So as far as the turmoil and all those things go, I think it was blown out of proportion from the outside crews or the outside groups. Hey, it's a problem in Bone. But 3 members won an American Music Award by themselves with Flesh in jail and me sitting in the bar just watching them, rooting them on like, go, 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 go. Everybody looking at me like, you mad, ain't you? I know why you mad. I'm like, man, I'm happy as hell. I got a bunch of money in my pocket. I'm drunk than a motherfucker, and I'm happy. And you know what I mean? So people wouldn't understand that bond that we have. It goes beyond the music industry. When I'm dead and gone, these brothers live on, whether it's the 4 quarters of the earth or whether it's in heaven or wherever it may be, they live on. Their faces live on.